Donald Sterling's ex-girlfriend stole the headlines by recording her phone calls with the LA Clippers owner, but what are the laws in Tennessee? Can you record a conversation without the other person's knowledge? Our legal eagle, Jim Higgins, joins us now to talk about that controversy. Good morning.
Good morning.
So what about here? Because there you're supposed to have both sides know you're being taped. But what about Tennessee?
In Tennessee, and in most states, it's called what we call a one-party state. And that means that if I'm part of that conversation and I know I'm recording it, then that's good enough. The other person that I'm recording doesn't have to know. That's legal.
Okay, let's talk about how somebody might use this. Let's say they're not happy at work. They don't think they're being treated well by their boss, and they're recording something. They have something in their pocket. Is that legal?
It is. Where it's not legal, and what we see in cases, is if somebody has a recording device and they think, I'm going to leave this in my boss's office and see what he says about me when I leave. You've got to be part of that conversation. You can't plant something and record, but if you said, I'm going to my boss has said several things to me that I found were discriminatory, offensive, and I'm going to go have a talk with him. Yes, actionable, and I'm going to turn on my iPhone and record it. You can do that. And what's amazing, is 20 years ago, you think it was a James Bond or something super secret and all that, but it's almost impossible not to get recorded nowadays. Everybody's phone, it's just so easy. These little recorders they make, you would not believe how many people come into our office and have that.
Let's talk about Sterling for a second. Could he have fought that, or would it have mattered? Because that wasn't really a legal instance there. But they could have pressured her saying you did that illegal. They could have made something out of that.
Here's what they could have done. A lot of times if somebody records something and it gets dispersed, it's out there.
Right.
So the Clippers or the NBA, they could do what they want, what they can do under that contract. Now, could she get punished for it? She could if it was illegal in her state.
Right.
That's the other thing too is there's a little bit of confusion of what if it's legal in my state and I'm recording somebody who I'm talking to in a state that it's not. Which
what about here? What about
apply?
that? What if you were on the phone with somebody in California?
Well, Tennessee's not going to care, but California might say we're going to prosecute that. So you've got to be careful with all that stuff.
Okay.
You do.
Jim, thank you. A great suggestion for a story, by the way, because you suggested this. We appreciate that. The Higgins Firm on Third Avenue in Nashville. Thank you very much, Jim.
Thank you. Good seeing you, Bob.